Welcome, welcome to the Live in the Hive and my show, The Cool Way to Calm. Today we're going to talk about what stresses you out. This is my short show that I do every week with short snippets of de-stress tips and tools and things to work with. And I hope you get something that you can take along from this episode too. So today we are going to talk about what stresses you out. And this is a question that I get a lot from a lot of people. They ask me, what can I do? I'm so stressed out and I don't know what's going on and I have too many things on my list and I don't really know what to do, how to handle things. And when you say that you don't have the ability to do what you need, it's because stress is the stress reaction that we feel is actually when the demands are higher than your ability, when there is too much to do, more than you can take, when there is something that is actually too hard to do. It can be only one thing and it's just too hard for you and you keep struggling with it. Or it can be actually that you have too little to do, that you feel that you have no worth, you feel useless. And that can be very, very stressful. Anyway, the most common one is having too much to do. And it can be anything from this long list that you have where you have too many bullet points and you don't know how to care for them, or it can be problems in your family, it can be problems with your network, problems with your money situation, it can be things totally different from what you really think is something that you should be stressed about, but that is worrying you, and it can be way back in your backbones and you don't really understand it until you start to think about it. I once had a client who came to me because he said, I'm so stressed out and I don't know what to do and my business is going down. And when we worked around how his life was and things were put in the open, it showed that he has had a mismatch with his mother-in-law. They were not really enemies. There was a misunderstanding. And when he cleared that up, things got good again. So the problem that you are facing in your work or actually in your home can be somewhere else. You just have to figure it out and you have to stop and start thinking about it or pondering about it. So what people usually do when they are stressed out, the most common is that we have too much on our list, too much to do with work, money, network, family, free time, whatever, connections. It can be anywhere. And what we try to do is to try to work harder, to do more. And when we try to do more and we are at this capacity, we make more faults and we have to redo things again and again and again. And we actually get slower and we lose time instead of gaining time that we think we do because we work harder. Or we start to rearrange things, making lists and doing it from a random way on your list, and you don't really get what's important done, or you take it in a different order and you do the stuff that you find the most fun, and the important one doesn't get done, or it can be anyway, and because you don't really think about it, you just try to do something more random because it looks like you're doing something. Because when we are stressed out, we're not logical. We do try to do things in a good way, but we actually don't know what we're doing. So we have to change our thinking, because our thoughts is, we kind of become as we think. You feel as you think. So if you feel that if you think about all the problems you have, then you're going to feel like you're having problems, and we get kind of stuck in the mud, so to speak. So what we need to do is to stop and get out in the now, here and now. This is where I am right now. What's going on, really? And let all the thoughts and all the feelings just go away and look at this is now. Because if you are working at your full potential right now, at your capacity, and with everything you need, you can do, then you cannot work more, you can't do more. You have to raise your potential, your capacity, your power, your energy, to be able to do more than you are doing now. Because like I said, if you try to work harder and you haven't changed anything, it's just going to be more faults and more time lost. So stop, look at the principles of how things are working for you, ponder about them, be aware, and then you can subtract things, you can do less, maybe remove things, you can delegate, outsource. You can figure out what small action is going to give me big results. So you start to do that small action that gives you the big result. And you have to care for your energy, because energy is the thing that's driving you. And if you don't care for your energy, you're going to lose it, and then nothing gets done. And whatever you are trying to do gets even slower. And to care for your energy, I am talking about eating, sleeping, and exercise. That's the really only way to generate new energy for yourself. And nothing of this is done in the stuck moment. I mean, you can't start sleeping or eating or exercising right when you're in the work doing that you are stuck in. That's not going to help you. You have to what you have to do in that situation is to just accept it. This is how it is. I need to get out of it. I need to do things in the way that I can. Maybe it's slower than I was actually thinking of. It will take more time. Doesn't matter. You have to do it that way to get out of it. And that's about acceptance. And I actually had a show earlier week about acceptance. You can go back to that video and see my thinking around that. So then when you have when you are out of it, when you have accepted this is how it is, you're doing the work, it's not the way you were aiming for it, it took more time, it took more whatever it took, but you did it. Then you have to start thinking before you do the next thing, the next project, the next day, whatever it is. So you reflect and you arrange to do. You can do this when you sort your things that you are pondering about into 4 columns. And if you take your to-do list, you can put everything on your to-do list into these 4 categories. And the first category is urgent and important. If you think about whatever action you're thinking about or task you're doing, is it urgent and is it important? Then you do it right now. If it's not urgent but important, it might be something that is taking your business further on your journey, because it's important, but it's not urgent in the sense that you have to do it right now. And these are the things that very often never get done because they are not urgent in a sense. But those are the ones to do after the important and urgent ones. Then you have urgent and not important. And those might be things that you actually do need to do, but not right now. So they come last on your list. And the last one is not urgent and not important, because there are things on your list that are not urgent and they are not important for your business. They're just there because they should. Somebody told you that you need to have this. It's there because it's been on your list for a long time and it never gets off because you don't never do it, but it's still there because you never really thought about it. And those are probably not, you probably don't have to do them at all, or you can delegate them or outsource them to someone who can do those things, and you don't have to put your energy into it if it benefits you at all. It is okay to take things off from your list. So you have 4 different levels on what you can do with the stuff on your to-do list. Important and urgent, they come first. Important, not urgent, they come second, because they are something that is going to benefit your business. Then you have the not important, urgent, but not really important. And they might be something that needs to be done, but they come last. And then you have not urgent and not important. And they are probably getting off your list for forever, or you have someone else do them because, yeah, maybe it's something that you would like to have, but it's not really important. So that's the list that I want you to use when you have too much to do on your plate and you don't really feel that you're getting done what you need to get done. So this is a way to sort it. And in the background, you have to raise your potential by getting your sleep at night, by eating regularly, and by doing exercise, moving your body. And that's going to give you energy and great thinking. And this is what I wanted to talk about today. And if you want to have a starter kit where you can start doing your de-stress work on a bigger scale, then you can go to my website, askdrannika.com. That's askdrannika.com, where you, on the top of the first page, you will find my starter kit. It's free, and it's all these little tips that you can have to start working on your. And on the website, you also have a connection place, so you can come back to me. Thanks for today. Bye.